What up, YouTube? It's your boy, Detroit Love, with another video. Today we're going to talk about iircade Double Dragon Edition. And it's quite a unique and sexy cab. But is it worth your resources? Let's check it out. The iircade cabinet is a very unique cabinet, and from the beginning there was no question in that. The first time we saw it, when the guys went to CES and they talked with Jong about it, and they talked about the things that made it not quite feel and look like an arcade. The whole shape, the design, the big speakers up here in the marquee area, and you can tell when somebody is really passionate about something, and you could pick up on Jong's passion and commitment to this product when you saw him talking with the guys at CES. And they made it clear that if you wanted to sell this cabinet to die-hard arcade enthusiasts, you were going to have to make some changes to the cabinet. There was no doubt about that. Because a product like this, you're not walking into a store at the initial launch of it and purchasing it. You're relying on the die-hard committed enthusiasts to get your product, to share your product, to talk about your product, and to get the word out until you can establish those relationships to get it out. This was a crowdfunding project, which means that the idea was there without the capital, and it allowed those who were compassionate and wanted to see it come to market. They could put their hard-earned money on it, typically with no guarantee, but Jong did give his own personal guarantee that they wouldn't lose their money. And on that note, a lot of people took the risk and helped bring this thing to life. So I am excited that this thing has come from the drawing board, from the passion, from the commitment to be right here in our arcades. So with all that being said, they did make some changes, and some of those changes were crucial and necessary. But even after those changes, it still stands out as being a truly unique arcade cabinet. Now, I chose the Double Dragon cabinet. And standing next to all the other guys, that kick plate really looks nice. As you go down the line, obviously next to it, that has a coin door, so I flipped that board around. And so that looks much nicer. If you watched any of my videos that talk about this kick plate, I am not at all a fan of the way NBA Jam is, where it has a list of installed games on it. The same with Golden Tee, and At Games continued that terrible idea with their Legends Ultimate, including that list of names on there. That would be akin to you buying a Sony PlayStation and them plastering the names of the games that were included or could be played on it. It's a terrible idea. And I don't know who thought of that and why it continues, but I hope it goes to bed quick, if not die. Okay, I'm just putting that out there. It's a terrible idea. It just doesn't do anything for the cabinet. That's something that goes on a box, and when you open a box, you know what the heck is in there because you purchased it for the reason. But I digress. This looks wonderful. It looks awesome. It's by far the nicest looking kick plate in the house. Okay? The side art looks nice as well. You know, is a real high quality, thick vinyl, which I appreciate it. The graphics, though, you know, is not as rich and sharp as it can be. Now, I had a choice of getting Double Dragon or Dragon's Lair. I can't really say I was a fan growing up of either one, but of the two, I played Double Dragon more than Dragon's Lair. Dragon's Lair I wanted to play, but it's the same story as the pinball. It just wasn't worth me putting my quarters into Dragon's Lair to play because I wasn't gonna last very long. And so for that reason, I didn't. So of the two, this one stuck out. It stood out. And in my game room, this cabinet stands out for that same reason. These logos, this graphics looks incredible, but they could have been better. The actual guys on the graphics on it are very pixelated. I don't know if you can see these two guys share. I mean, it's just very pixelated with the characters. The dragons aren't too bad, but the actual characters, and even these two guys down there, are quite pixelated in comparison. These two guys are pixelated as well. But that brings me to the actual game itself. The actual game itself is very pixelated. Now, some arcade games have aged well, and even though they're the same graphics that was there back in the day, they don't look too bad. But Double Dragon, it didn't age so well. It looks not as nice, as other games of that time. And the mechanics of the game is not as fluid and enjoyable as other games of that same beat 'em up type of format. So Double Dragon, it naturally would get the most play on this machine simply because that's what this thing is, right? If somebody walked over here, they would be interested because of Double Dragon, because that's what the draw would be to this cabinet. I've often talked about when the At Games product came out, I said, what makes me walk up to the cabinet and play? And so this game and the artwork is what's going to draw people there, but will it keep them there? And that's where my challenge is. But we'll get to games a little later, but we were just focusing on this game because that's what the signature game is. So the vinyls on this cabinet are absolutely beautiful. But that's not the shocker. The shocker to me, period, was that I had to put these on myself. And I absolutely hate doing this. My pinball machine the graphics were much thinner than these, and I had a terrible time, and some of them are pilling at the corners. So my experience with putting on the vinyls is not good, and I did not look forward to doing this. And it shows on the right side of the cabinet. There's some bubbles there that I'm gonna have to get a pen or needle and poke some holes in there and try and get those air bubbles out. You know, and I have to say I was surprised, but I kept wondering why they kept calling this the Black Edition. the black edition. I'm like, which one did I have? Because I got the the dragons, double dragon, and they kept calling it black edition. I did not realize that they made a black edition, and they were just giving us the vinyl to as a bonus to adhere ourselves. Totally took me by surprise because I had heard that the dragons layer that the vinyls would be affixed to the cabinet before the customer received it, and I just assumed the the Double Dragon would be the same because they both were in the same boat and both introduced at the same time and both, considered. So maybe I did not read some fine print, so I was very shocked at that revelation when that video was released a month or so back, showing how to put the stickers on. I'm like, what? And they had the Double Dragon. What? Uh, I I I am perfectly honest in saying that if this was something that I was going to buy at Sam's Club, uh, and they pulled the wool from in front of my eyes and said that when I buy it, I'm gonna have to put these stickers on. I would have not purchased this, and if I had a pre-order in for it, I would have canceled the pre-order. That's just how much I hate having to put these stickers on. So this cabinet is imperfect now as a result of my terrible work in putting that vinyl on. And if you have watched any videos about this product, you've heard about the speakers, you've heard about the sound, and it does not disappoint. These speakers are insane. But I just wish they would have put them in a different spot so that they didn't have to be in the marquee area, so we could have a backlit marquee. Oh my goodness. But by far, the sounds on this cabinet are incredible, and they give you options to listen to them in the speakers, to put headphones on, or to use Bluetooth. Let's check. And also, you can hook up some standard headphones by plugging into the control panel. You have this port here, and now the sounds are in my ear, and I have a control, no volume control on this, so I have to use the volume control here, and that is indeed changing the sound in my ear. So you can hear that coming out of the headphone. Stereo. I'm not sure how you mute that. Oh, that's just sound. That's just sound. Okay. And if you go all the way down, it'll be muted. All right. So your choice: a wired connection or a Bluetooth connection. So it has Bluetooth. So I'm going to connect to my Viper. See to connect. Oh, wait. Paired devices. What is it doing here? I connect. Let's try that again. Scan. Here's my blue headphones. I'm going to say C to connect. Connecting to my Bose. Shows it's connected. It's kind of hard to see there. But it's connected to Viper. And so now I can close Z. And now when I play things, I'm hearing it in my headset. Whoa, and the controls on the deck changes the volume in my ear as well. Ooh, that's loud. Okay, so now I can play. Oh, that is too loud. Takes a while for any actual sound. There we go. Oh, that sounds nice. Crickets. All right, so now you can play. You can play your favorite game without disturbing everyone else. All right, so I'll turn those off. Turn off the headsets. Does it automatically switch back over? Yes. I also like that they have rubber feet for one, and then that you can actually change the height of these. So I just changed this because I just where it resides, it just fit perfectly. But I turned this way, and now I got a little rock to my cabinet, so I could adjust this front leg here by just turning that. I'll have to get under this, and I could turn this so that a little bit more. Am I going the right way? Probably have to lean it more. I don't want it to be out of balance and fall. I think I was going the wrong way. There we go. And now it doesn't rock. So that's a pretty neat feature there. So if I turn it back this way, I would imagine it's going to rock now. So I got a little rock in it because I just changed it. So I would turn that back the other way. Maybe a little too much. There you go. So that's nice that you have the ability to do that. So let's just continue with the positive things for this cabinet. The vinyls look great. The speakers sound awesome. It has headphone and Bluetooth capability. Has rubber feet to adjust it. But this cabinet is just a well-built, solid, strong cabinet. I mean, the bar top by itself, strong, has great weight to it. It stands on its own. You can separate this from the stand and put it on a tabletop or a bar top somewhere. It's just phenomenal. The stand itself is strong. It supports this thing. This thing does not move when you're playing a game like other cabinets. Any other cabinet except for that pinball will move if you get too excited with gameplay. this thing will not budge. This thing is solid, well made, great construction. So that is a huge perk for this cabinet. The fact that the bar top can be removed and separated and used separately, that is just awesome. If you separate, you obviously can separate the other, arcade one up cabinets, but it's not quite the same. This thing is more versatile than those cabinets because of that. Um, and because the bar top is the main unit and then sits on this stand, it it just works well and looks well. It looks like a full cabinet. It doesn't look like two pieces. When you're looking at it, it looks like a whole complete cabinet, and that thing is just nice. It's good for tall people. The control panel is up a little higher than the other cabinets. It's taller than the other cabinets, and so for people that always feel they're getting shorted with the other cabinets, this definitely gives them an advantage there. It's just a really, really nice, sexy looking cabinet. I keep using that word sexy because it's just this piano black finish, so you can see the reflections on it, but those graphics just really pop. Those colors, those dragons, everything looks absolutely beautiful on the cabinet. So from that standpoint, it's definitely a cabinet that you should consider if you want something to be a showpiece in your arcade. It's definitely going to be a talking point. It's definitely going to draw people's attention to it. It's definitely a unique cabinet in its design, in its functionality, and in its purpose. The fact that it has the connected store is a great asset to it. If you're not satisfied with the 11 games that come with it, that are included, you can buy other games from the store to find something that you really like to play. So in future videos, I'm going to talk about the gameplay on those included games. I'm going to talk about the cons, because there are some cons that I hadn't exactly addressed in this video. But I just want to say thank you for watching. I hope this helps to formulate your opinion, to allow you to anticipate your cabinet coming and what it is to be expected, how to put the thing together, what things you're going to like about it. But I'm sure I missed something. So in the comments, please provide your input. What do you like about it? What do you don't like about it? Just let me know. I appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, and 90% of the people that watch my videos are not, for some strange reason, maybe you guys just want me to be a lonely little channel and I'll let all the big boys play. But I would love for you guys to support me. It doesn't cost you anything to do so. It takes a few seconds to click that subscribe button. You can turn on notifications if you want to. As you can see, YouTube is already recommending the channel to you, so please subscribe. Thank you. And until next time, guys, I will see you on the web.